The third phase of the Interstellar Initiative is now running, and this week we have a choice between the two weapons that we can get in the game. Today we're going to run over the stats so you can make up your own mind whether which one you want to fight for or if you want to bother with them at all. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Elite Dangerous with Down to Earth Astronomy. So, in Guardian Space, Center Partners and Second Exchange is duking it out. They're fighting for control over the system. Depending on which side in this conflict that's going to win, we will get one of two options in terms of new weapons being added into the game. If Second Exchange wins, we're going to get an advanced missile pack, or missile rack actually. We can see some basic stats here posted by Frontier. And the interesting thing is the ammunition, of course, where we can get a choice between Xeno or human ammunition. So that would mean you can either have normal human missiles in it, or you can have AX missiles in it. Quite a neat idea, having different ammunition in the same launcher. And we can also see here that compared to many other Xeno weapons, these weapons can be engineered. So on paper, this might look quite interesting. If, however, it turns out the Center Partners is going to win, we're going to get an advanced multi-cannon. Again, we got some basic stats, and just as with the missile racks, we have a choice between Xeno, human weapons, and again, they can also be engineered. But let's try to dive a little bit more into the stats of the weapons and see how they actually stack up with some of the already existing options. If we start with the multi-cannon, we know this is going to be a small multi-cannon, or at least I assume it's going to be a small multi-cannon, and we also know it's going to be fixed only. So it will be a small fixed multi-cannon. And we can see if we put the stats up together with the stats for a normal, non-advanced fixed multi-cannon, small of course as well, we can see here that the power draw, the damage per second, and the shot speed is all identical. So this makes me believe that what these advanced versions are is exactly the same as the already existing ones, only that they have the option to fire different types of ammo. We can do the same comparison if we look at the missile or the advanced missile rack, and we compare it to the already existing dumbfire small missile rack. And here once again we can see that the stats are identical. They can be engineered just like the normal ones. So pretty much the way I see it, these are pretty much completely normal, no change if you just fit them with human ammo. They're basically just a fixed or a dumbfire missile rack, depending on if we got the multi-cannon or you get the missile rack. As I see it, there should be no change. The only difference is that you get the option to switch out, synthesize other types of ammo. And this is one of the important parts. That is, I haven't seen a clear response exactly how this ammo switching is going to work. Or well, they say you can synthesize it, but does that mean that you can only synthesize ammo for these weapons? And what are these syntheses gonna need in terms of materials? Do we have to go and pick up Guardian materials or some other rare ones? Or can you just do it with like iron and nickel and other very common materials? Those questions still needs to be answered. And if anyone have seen any like more detailed posts about this from Frontier, please do link them in the description or in the comment section. So, should you even bother with these weapons at all? Well, these are, in my mind, the multi-cannon is probably the best option, but these are extremely, like niche weapons, right? So the good thing about these is that suddenly we get a small multi-cannon that can fit AX, and these weapons does not count towards the 4-weapon limit that the other AX experimental weapons has. So I can see special situations where these weapons could be useful. For instance, if you've been following the channel for a while, you know that I did a build on a scout killing crate that I used to get my combat rank up real quick. And we always ended up with these two small hardpoints that we really didn't have any use for. Now, a multi-cannon like this one would be useful on a build like that, but again, that ship is for a very, very specific niche thing. It's designed specifically just to kill target scouts and nothing else, not interceptors, just scouts. So, as interesting as this might be, I personally see these weapons as have very limited use because they don't offer anything new if you just fit the human weapons. And since we only get them in small fixed versions, you're not really going to be able to use them very effectively if you get interdicted by an interceptor. I mean, they're not going to be any match for a ship like that. These would be okay against if you get attacked by a scout, but the scouts are too small, they don't really interdict you. So right now I see these being a little bit pointless. I think, again, there are builds, and especially if you are really focused on Xeno hunting, then you might have a use for these weapons. But if you're not into Xeno hunting, these weapons is not going to offer you anything new at all. But please do let me know in the comment section what you guys think of these weapons. Which side will you be fighting for, if you will be fighting for it at all? And finally, before we end, I would like to ask you to consider supporting the channel on Patreon. There's a link for it in the description below. You have an option to get your name listed at the end of every video, and you will also get a discount on the merch store if you're interested in that. So head down to the description and have a look at that. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give a like, subscribe to the channel, and until next time, I'll see you guys in space.